Hello, happy Monday. Welcome back to WTF Pop Culture with yours truly, Sarah Fina. Hi, how are ya? Okay, we're just gonna get into it because that's just my vibe today. It's just getting shit done. Pardon my French. So I have thought about it a lot last week, and this is something I was planning to do anyway before the pregnancy and before all of the craziness, and then the pregnancy was pretty much taken away and all of that. If you've been following me here for a while, you know that I just recently went through a miscarriage right around the time of Sandoval happening. Yeah, the Tom Sandoval and the Ariana Maddox breakup because of the Raquel craziness. I have an update on that. We'll get into that in a minute. But it's weird. I'm like, now that last week I changed my routine, which I did talk about in Thursday's episode. So that's another thing we'll be talking about is my routine has led me to the decision that I have kind of created for myself and a routine that I want to have. Please ignore the sirens in the back here on the podcast as well as the channel. So we're just going to go into the announcements and then we're going to get into the mom stuff. So the announcements for the podcast is I plan on posting, I don't know how else to explain it in this day and age, 2 episodes a week. Mondays are going to be, the typical news week that I've been doing already. I am going to obviously do the mom lives, the life updates, this and that, as well as I'm going to add motivation, like mom motivation though. I'm not going to keep it cheesy. I'm not going to come over here with a toxic positivity crap. No. It's that, like, a friend who, like, tells you, bitch, get up and go. That's the vibe of this motivation. If that's not your cup of tea, you can always fast forward those few minutes on Monday, or sit around and get told to get up and work.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
Oh god, now I'm going to have so many people come after me with that one. But, let me just say, when Kim Kardashian said that, I was not mad at her. I wasn't one of the ones that mad at her. I was like, oh, she is calling me out. That was my perspective. That was my reaction is, oh shit, Kim Kardashian just called me out. I gotta get up and work. So yes, we're both days are gonna have mom stuff, but Mondays are gonna be more of like an update, stuff like that, and then I'm gonna have like mom hacks or things that I've learned throughout the week on Thursday, if not Friday. So pop culture wise, we're gonna have I think I'm gonna call it pop culture news hour on Mondays. Then we're gonna have like a deep dive rabbit hole. We're gonna just kind of narrow in on something in pop culture, and that is going to be Thursday's little cup of tea, you could call it. What was it last week? What did we cover? I think we covered a few things to kind of just recap it, because I was just feeling really, really good. Like, energy-wise, I am feeling fantastic. I feel real good. These walks that I'm doing, yes, every muscle in my body that has not been worked out or touched has been telling me when I come home. Okay, so yes, I'm still sore. I am 35, so I'm definitely going to be feeling it, and I feel it in the morning. Oh my god. But overall, getting up, moving my body, and in that way, and that's my cardio. So I wake up, I do yoga, which is like the stretching, and that's basically just waking up and getting my body moving. And because I'm 35 and because I feel all the aches and pains, I do feel better doing that. And I'm sure once my body gets acclimated to walking again, I will go and I will feel the yoga effect in those walks, I think. So there's that. Like that is like I'm telling you, right there has been a total game changer. Just last week I was waking up a half hour early. And I hate using the term game changer because I feel like the MLM community ruined that. But I don't know how else to explain, like, we'll call it microwavable change. Yes, that's what we'll call it because I felt like it was an instant, like, yes, this is what I should have been doing. So, like I said, woke up, I do yoga. That's the first thing I do. I don't even make tea. I don't even drink water. I go straight to the mat, and I actually do yoga from Yogi Witch, and I will post her thing here. I'll link her handle here as well. So there Mondays, please all hear Monday motivation, all of that. So here is like 2 minutes of me giving you some kind of mom motivation. And this is coming from a true place. This is coming from something that I journaled about today. I even went and when I was doing my tarot and oracle card pulls, they were even the spirit guides were like confirming the feeling that I woke up with, to the point where I'm like, you know what? Yeah, we're just going to bring in mommy motivation, and that is going to be the first segment, the first thing. Okay, so little backstory. I've been in my head. Yes, I have been in my head about my YouTube channel. I've been in my head about my podcast. I've been in my head about just me here on social media, even as a wife, as a mother, as all the things. Okay, like I've been in my head. This weekend, my husband and I had a really good weekend. Like nothing special, but backstory is my husband and I, we've been stressed out. And especially while I was in MLM, we were extremely stressed out. Our budget's extremely tight. I've been saying that this whole time. So it's not a new situation. And MLM did not help it. And so now that I left and it's still, hello, I'm still not making money. Hello, this podcast and this YouTube channel, it is run by me. And before I could get paid for these, I have to post a hella lot of content. I had to produce content for you all to watch and consume. And I don't get paid just for posting. Like you have to sit and watch. Like that's one of the things I was like, I knew there was some work to it, but I didn't realize how long you had to wait. And especially if you are not Kylie Jenner, not born into money, or you didn't have like a celebrity name like me, even though I am a nipple baby. Yeah, go back to a further episode on that one. I did talk about how I am like practically a double nipple baby in the cartoon world, because my grandma worked for Hanna-Barbera, and then my mom, who documented the LA punk scene, like there is like hello, 2 double whammies of being a nipple baby. Hi, how are you? And no one knows me. And that's okay. That's okay. That is why I am here. Not because without that sounding completely selfish. And I'm over here giving too much of a backstory instead of here motivating you. So basically, I've been in my head about my content. I've been in my head, like, do people really like me? Do people really, really enjoy my content? And this is a real life, and I'm like, no, it's okay. I just need to keep posting. The more I post, the more the algorithm will push it, because I have heard that too. So that's why I have came up to the decision of posting 2 episodes for the podcast, and also here on the channel. So, and then I even did for the channel, I did 3 episodes this last week, and the 3rd episode bombed. like terribly, like I think only have 1 view on it, and I was posted 2 days ago. Hold on. So, yeah, that could be because I posted it on Saturday. And what do people do on Saturday? They hang out with people. They are not on their phones. They're not watching YouTube, you know? So, it's okay. It's only a garden vlog. That's all it is. It's like, so I'm kind of like starting a garden vlog series on the YouTube channel. So go and stay tuned for that. And, oh, I'm so excited. Here's the motivation. And this is something that I've had to remind myself is get out of your damn head. Just like Kim said, is get up and work. My perspective of her saying that is you gotta get out of your head. If you see a dream, you see a project that you want to accomplish, and yeah, you're not gonna know how to complete it from A to Z. You're gonna have to get to A to B first. And once you get to B, you gotta get to C, and then you get to D, and if you know the alphabet, you know how that goes, right? And on the way to the letter Z in this theory or this example is life is going to change. It's going to throw you a lot of curves. You're going to go up and down, this and that, and it's going to mess with you mentally. It is. And those moments are the magic moments because they make you think, yeah, you could go and be irresponsible in those moments and numb yourself with alcohol and drugs and whatever else. And I've done that. I have, like, hello 2020 and 2021, partially 2022. Okay, so I get that. I understand that. That's why I'm saying this is coming from a true place. When I was going into my 2023, I was like, I really need to stay away from tequila. Tequila is a weakness of mine, even though I think I'm having a good time, but not really, because by the end of the night, I'm fighting with my husband. I think I'm a badass, but really, I'm that annoying, like, bitch. It's hard to... I'm like Stassi and Kristen from Vanderpump Rules combined. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, I think I'm cute, but I'm not cute. And on top of that, the hangovers aren't the cutest. And when you wake up hungover, your day's already fucked. It is. Like, you don't feel good. So, if you drink excessively, I want to encourage you to start slowing down. Like, if you drink beer and hard liquor, let go of hard liquor. Like, when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh my god, this is perfect. Like, this whole year, I'll stay away from tequila. Like, me being pregnant, that's a really good motivator. Like, hello, obviously I'm not going to be touching alcohol. Hello, that's easy, right? And then I lost the baby about 6 weeks ago, and so I'm like, well, I could touch alcohol. I could drink bottle. But I'm like, I sat, meditated on it, and went, no, 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 no. I will drink beer on the weekends with my husband, and so I'm not like boring or anything, and I will have no more than 4 beers. There's one day this week, this weekend I had 5, and I woke up and I felt pretty good, so I'm like, oh, okay, so I can get up to 5. But I noticed that I was drinking slow and I was drinking water in between the beer, so I was being smart about it. But basically, the moral of this message is get out of your head. Like, right before I recorded this episode, because I'm not going live anymore on YouTube, I am pre-recording this so that I could add the graphics, I could add text, I could add whatever I need so that it's a little bit more appealing to the eye. And maybe that will help hold my retention watch, or whatever you want to call it here on YouTube. So I was in my head going, oh my god, how am I going to start this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I have a freaking layout of how I want the episode to go. I have the key points and like how, so I don't forget anything. I can stay on track, this and that. So I have a layout. I know what I'm talking about. I understand, the pop culture stories pretty well, so I can go and, basically regurgitate that to y'all. To y'all, And I even did my makeup and this and that, and I straightened my hair, and I feel cute, all of that. And I was still in my head. So I was like, this is just confirming the message. Get out of your head. Just get out of your head and do it. If that do it is to murder someone, don't do that. Don't steal. Don't do something bad. But if you have a dream, if you are aching, a good example for mothers out there. If you want to be somebody that is not just a wife and not just a mom, and you want to create a name for yourself, like that was what intrigued me about MLM. I'm not gonna lie to you, like that was something that intrigued me. That's something that I felt very attracted to because I felt like I could make a name for myself outside of my family, and I could be like a badass in that. But really, what I learned is I love social media and I love making content, and I love pop culture, and pop culture and MLM do not mix. That is what I learned. So I'm like, okay, so how am I going to mix all that together? I'm like, oh, YouTube and a podcast. And that's truly being your own boss. That is truly your own boss, because you're not representing a company right now. Like, hello, yes, on my what's it called? On my vision board, I have Dear Media. Yes, hello, Dear Media. Hi, my name is Sarah Fina. I'm obsessed with pop culture, and I listen to a lot of your guys' podcasts. You need me. Just saying. You just don't know it yet, but you need Sarah Fina. You need my funkiness in your life, and I need you. Why? Because I am a solo girl. I need a team. I would love a team. So, anyway, going back to the motivation is you can get so stuck in normal life and basically normal life, and even when life happens to you, you could get stuck in that and not want to pursue your dreams, not want to pursue your way of building a name for yourself. And then when you're old and gray and you're on your rocking chair with your sweet tea and you're looking out at your grandkids and you're going, what it coulda, shoulda, woulda, blah, 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 you're going to really start kicking yourself in the foot, right? So start now. However old you are, start now, so that when you get to that stage, you can say you worked for it. You actually tried and worked for it, even if you went down a million forks in the road to get to the final destination. Just work for it. Take inspired action and work for it. And get out of your head. And like Kim Kardashian said, get up and work. Alright, so we're going to end that one there. And we're going to get into the fun stuff. This is the pop culture stuff, okay? So let's go. Oh my God. Hello, you heard the grumbling voice. Hi. So, okay, so this is the pop culture hour. And this is the pop culture news hour. And I have a few stories for you from last week. If you are new here, hi, I am Sarah Fina, and I am obsessed with celebrities, like as if they are my best friends. And I care for them. They make me frustrated. Sometimes I gotta call them out. Sometimes I feel like I gotta hug them publicly. I don't know. Well, not publicly, but like this, and put some love out into the universe for them. Or, like I said, call them out. Alright, so first things first is Taylor Swift. Okay, fun fact about Taylor Swift. I was not originally a Swiftie. I was not a Swiftie originally. What was I? An anti-Swiftie, until fucking TikTok came into my life, and I somehow ended up on the Swiftie TikTok, where right before she came out with Midnight's, her latest album, was all these people talking about Easter eggs and rabbit holes, and I went down the fucking rabbit hole to the point where when she came out with Midnight, I actually listened to the album and I was like, holy shit, this is gold. Like, holy smokes, Batman on a cracker, this is gold. And I fucking love that album. And there's a few Swiftie songs that I like. Alright? Other than the Midnight's album, the Midnight's album. So, yes. So Taylor Swift right now is on her Eras tour, and that apparently is like a 3-hour concert. Like, according to what I've heard on TikTok, that's like 3 hours long. Holy smokes! Is she drinking ketones? I'm kidding. That is such a bad MLM joke. But, like, she is, and by the way, I've seen pictures outside, like, going to restaurants outside of, like, her not obviously performing and her just going to different cities. Her body looks phenomenal. Her legs, hello, Tina Turner, move over, Taylor Swift is here. She looks amazing. But in the midst of her starting her tour, she went and ended up breaking up with Joe Alwyn. And I have to admit, I didn't even realize they were still together. Yeah, that is how much of a Swiftie I am not. Or I was not, I should say. Yeah, and this Joe is like that really cute British blonde, blue-eyed, and we all know how I feel about British blonde, blue-eyed men. We all know. And I saw him today. I was like, oh, hello, handsome. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he was in Harriet, the Harriet Tubman biopic. He was one of the main white people in there that I can't remember exactly, but when you see his face, you'll be like, oh, yeah, him. So they broke up, but apparently there was no crazy bad drama going on or anything like that. It was just like they went their separate ways in the relationship. Like, they grew in separate ways. They ended it as friends, and amen. And honestly, when you're going on a huge tour like the Eras tour, do you really want to have a boyfriend? Not saying that she's going to be a hoe, but it'll just be easier. Like, you don't have to, like, go and reply to text messages. You don't have to worry about if you, like, are so tired from performing and you just go straight to your trailer to pass out. If you don't call him good night, like, you're not a horrible, like, girlfriend or anything like that. So now she could literally just be on the Eras tour and be Taylor Swift. All right, and now swifting into I believe one of Taylor's friends is Meghan Markle. I don't know, but I feel like Taylor Swift and Meghan Markle would be friends. So apparently, Meghan's not. There's a few rumors that Meghan was invited to the coronation for Prince Charles, aka her father-in-law. Okay, side story. If you have no idea what's going on in the royal family right now, everyone hates Meghan and Harry because they left the family. And then once they left the family, they started coming out with a bunch of tea. A bunch of freaking tea. On that note, go ahead and take a sip of your tea. Ironically, this is a British blend. Who wants to be a British girl? Me. So he wrote a book. They came out with a Netflix documentary. Apparently, there's going to be, like, maybe that was this year. I don't know. But they came out and they said a lot of their truths. I did go over Prince Harry's book. You will find that in on my channel. All of that. It was a very interesting book. And it definitely makes you look at certain members of the royal family differently. And two of them I love dearly, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't know who you are, really. I really hope you're not that crazy. So, okay. So, apparently, she claims that due to scheduling, she can't go to the coronation. Or is it she just doesn't want to go? And at the same time, they're also getting kicked out of the house that the little cottage that they got to stay, that it was theirs when they got married. which is like a double whammy. Like, it's like everyone cannot stand Megan out in the UK. They're so excited that she's not going to be like, even there's like a quote that someone said, oh my god, I'm surprised she's not coming because she loves being center of attention, which I don't think is the truth. I just think she's very charismatic. After watching the Netflix documentary, I just think she's charismatic, and the British people could take that as fake. I could see it because I have issues with it, and maybe it's like the old English girl in me. I don't know, but it's like I want to like you, but there's something that's kind of off. But it's like I want to like you because of Harry. That's my views. So she's not going to Coronation, so that's going to be fun. And obviously, I will keep you posted on Coronation drama, because not only is Megan not showing up, but apparently there was a bunch of musical guests that they wanted to like sing for Prince Charles, and they all said, nah, nope. Even the Spice Girls. Like, they got history with Prince Charles, and they don't even want to sing. Like, what is that saying? They could come out to the Olympics like they did when it was in London, but yet they don't want to come out to the Coronation. Just saying. Okay. Now we're going to pivot into some Kardashian / Coachella news, because all of the Coachella news happens to be, not all of it. Okay, so we are going to go, has anyone seen Northwest at the Katy Perry concert? So Kim goes and takes North and her little friends. One of those friends happens to be Selena's little sister, by the way, and she is they're like, of course, enjoying the show, and Katie looks out into the audience and says, oh my god, is that Northwest? And Northwest and her friends lose it. They're like screaming like little girls, like they should. All of that. They get invited to the stage. And you know what? No. I'm not even going to explain it. Here it is. Here.
Is that Northwest? Oh my god, North, I have seen all of your TikToks. It's not her? It is her?
No, I know.
North?
Sorry.
North, do you want to come on stage and do the dance off? Oh my god! Hi. What? I know your name, but what's your name?
North.
Hi, North! So the reason I know your name, because I'm a huge fan of your TikTok. I've seen a couple of them that you've made. You're a really good dancer, and I thought, what better way to be a great dancer is to show the world your awesome dance moves.
Can my friends come out with me?
Yeah, why not? Come on. She's got friends. She doesn't want to do it alone. This is awesome. Oh my gosh. How old are you?
9.
Oh, you're 9 years old. That's so cool. You know, at 9 years old, I started singing. That's when I found my little spark. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Everything.
Can we talk about her answering to Katie when she said, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everything. Okay, Kanye West's daughter. But here's the thing on that. I have a feeling that Kanye was supposed to like fulfill some kind of musical, some kind of creative thing here on Earth that like the universe or God had planned, and he went down a interesting path, to say the least. I'm going to try to keep it classy because I am talking about Northwest, and this is Northwest's father, and I want to keep it classy. So I believe he was supposed to do something creatively here on Earth, and he went down in the wrong direction of what God and the universe wanted for that like creative project. Then Kanye and Kim got together, made Northwest, and if you know the Bible and you know God like sees everything before it even happens. And maybe he saw Kanye's moments that we have experienced in the last few months, and it was like, you know what? I'm going to shift things around, and the person who's going to fulfill that creative prophecy or whatever is going to be Northwest. And Northwest has fucking exploded on TikTok. You really do see her creative. Yeah, she's very much a little girl. She's very much a little girl. But she's being creative. And we cannot knock that down. We just cannot knock that down. Okay, so pivoting into North's sister. Not sister. Auntie. Kylie Jenner. Have we heard about Kylie Jenner and Timothy Chalamet? Hello, how weird is that? How weird. But also at the same time, we all know that the Jenner Kardashians are in this new pivot of type of men. They used to have a certain type of men, which, we all know. And then Kourtney starts dating Travis, and then Kim goes and starts dating Pete, and then now we have freaking Kendall with Bad Bunny, which we're about to get to. And then now Kylie is with Timothy Chalamet. It is weird, but after watching this flow from Abzon, ABBZBON, you'll see her hashtag here, or her handle, or whatever you want to call it. This is on TikTok. Also, we'll see the video of her flow because it makes it. I wish I could flow like her, but instead of trying, why don't I just step away and let the professional flow? Okay, so here's the video.
Everyone is freaking out about the potential of Kylie Jenner dating Timothy Chalamet. I know it seems a little off-brand, but really, if you think about it, it's not that far off base, considering Kourtney Kardashian's married to Travis Barker from Blink-182. Kim obviously had her long relationship with Pete Davidson. It doesn't really feel that crazy that Kylie is now entering that, skinny, pretty boy dating era, but they do have quite a few connections, so I'm going to jump into those now. Let's flow. One of Timothy's most recent and famous relationships was with Lourdes Leon, and if you don't know who that is the daughter of infamous 80s pop queen Madonna. Madonna has a ton of connections to the Kardashians, but Lourdes and Kylie actually have a few connections themselves, which makes this quite the little triangle. In 2015, Lourdes called out Kylie Jenner, saying she would never want to be friends with her because all she does is take selfies to be famous, which is very interesting considering her other connections to the Kardashians. But I will also mention that last year when there was an exhibit opening for Terry Mugler at a museum in Brooklyn, both Lourdes and Kylie were there wearing Mugler, walking the red carpet. I don't know if they interacted at the party, but it seems like things are fine. But also as of recent, Lourdes is connected to none other than Kylie's sister, Kim Kardashian, because she actually attended Kim's Skims Miami Beach event during Miami Swim Week, and they were pictured together partying, looking amazing, having a great time. So Lourdes doesn't seem to be too bothered by the Kardashians at this day and age. But also I will mention that, of course, Kylie's mom is Kris Jenner, who has tons of history with Madonna as well. Lots of parties together, lots of events together, lots of photos together. They are certainly well connected. And one more fun one that I will mention is that, of course, Timothy Chalamet was famously in Dune with Zendaya. And Zendaya used to actually be on a show with Bella Thorne. And Bella Thorne is very connected to the Kardashian side of things, of course, because she used to date, of course, Scott Disick, who, of course, used to be with and has 3 kids with Kourtney Kardashian, who is the sister of Kim, the sister of Kylie, and, of course, the daughter of Kris as well. So there's a lot going on here. They certainly run in similar circles. It's not that crazy, but we'll see what happens.
Yes. Yeah. Madonna, Lord. Who knew that Madonna and Kris knew each other and all of that? If this is just, I don't know where this is going with Timothy and Kylie, and it's fucking weird. So we're just gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna leave it with it as a WTF moment. So, of course, at the end of the day of me filming this, and I've already talked about the rumors of Kylie and Timothy dating. Is it true? Is it not true? At some point this evening, it has been confirmed. So, is it true? Is it not true? The answer is yes. Kylie and Timothy Chalamet are dating now. This is fucking weird, and it makes you want to say WTF. Alright, so now we're getting into Coachella. It was weekend number 1, and we are going to talk about Blink-182. Yes, we're talking about Blink-182. My fucking God. Yes, pardon my language. I am a Blink-182 fan. I've been a Blink-182 fan since I was a teenager. Like, pop punk, hello, eat your heart out. And leading up to this, for those who don't know, also when I did talk about Kourtney and Travis's wedding that they shared with us on Hulu, I did talk briefly about Travis's accident. He was in a plane accident. It was taking off. It was really bad. We almost lost him. Long story short. Also, Mark Hoppus, who is one of the lead singers and the bass player, he just got out of cancer. As of a year ago. Because I remember listening to a podcast of an interview from him, and I was walking to go pick up William. So I know it was last year. And then on top of that, Tom, the other lead singer and the guitar player, and if you don't know, Travis is the drummer, he had left the band, when all of a sudden he had left the band because he wanted to go study aliens. We all know he's a big alien buff. And but all of a sudden he started a new band. There was a lot of weird animosity between Tom and Mark and Travis. So Mark and Travis just stuck together for the last 25 years. They were happy little butt monkeys. And when they were both going through their traumatic situations in their own personal life, they were there to they were each other's support in that. And Tom was kind of nowhere to be found. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say nowhere to be found, but he wasn't very supportive in all of that. So that is important in this. Alright, so Friday, I wake up to Blink-182 stories, and they post Mark's post where he's standing on stage, and I think it's for sound check. And he posted something, you'll see the post right here, saying, "From cancer to Coachella, I am hella grateful," or something. I'm grateful, I'm in my feelings. Oh, that got me. Then they shared the link to watching the live stream later that day at 6:45 on YouTube for free. So what did I do? I set my timer for 5 minutes before so that I could go and steal the TV from my almost 6-year-old and educate them on pop punk. And it was fucking genius. Okay? So they open up, and it was a great show. Overall, it was an amazing show. But Tom was hella nervous in the beginning. You could tell in his voice, you could tell how he was standing. Mark sounded great. Travis, I knew was going to sound great because he never stopped performing. He never stopped drumming. He was always in somebody else's band or in different projects. Plus, he has his own recording studio. So he's always drumming for his talent. So there's that. So I knew he was going to be fine. Mark, I wasn't sure, but he did not skip a motherfucking beat. Cancer or not, he has not skipped a beat. And his salt and pepper hair is so freaking cute. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Tom felt awkward. You felt it for a while, but it wasn't until they started doing mom jokes, which is very typical to Blink-182. That is a typical thing. If the mom jokes, and that made me feel very nostalgia and like all the things. He started warming up. So there's that. But overall, Blink-182 is like, it's like back together. It was like, I want to go see them live. Do I have tickets to see them live when they come to LA? No. So that is why I'm like, okay, I'm really, really, really fucking grateful that they posted it on YouTube. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Why do you need to go to Coachella if they're just going to put it on YouTube? Save the money. Save the sweat. I'm sorry, but I cannot do Coachella after what happened to me the first year I went to Coachella. It was one of the first years of Coachella. Radiohead was playing the first night. The Cure was playing the second night. My mom's a huge Radiohead fan. I'm a huge The Cure fan, right? So she got both nights. Radiohead for her, The Cure for me. First day we go, we are sweating our balls off. And we were like heat stroke, all the things. It was gross. We get through Radiohead, and then my mom, the last song, so you know what, let's get to the car. Let's try to get out of here before it's chaotic. Foreshadowing. That was foreshadowing. It took us 3 hours to get out of that fucking parking lot. We got stuck. I even had to be on the roof of the car. Yeah, I had to be on the roof of the car to get us home. We didn't get home until 6 o'clock on a Sunday. And my mom looked at me and she goes, I know you want to come back tonight for The Cure, but I have work tomorrow. There is no way in hell I'm going to be able to survive. So I will find you tickets. Cure's going to do their Curioso Music Festival in a few months. I will take you there. We'll go there, right? Hindsight at that, which is it was a very grateful moment. Because why? Because then we got introduced to the band, the Interpol. So yeah, so that was a fun night. So after that, I never want to go to Coachella again. But then finding out about Blink-182, I was like, man, I kind of want to be in Coachella right now. But then going on to YouTube and finding that out, I'm like, I still don't ever want to be in the desert again. No, I got YouTube. As long as I have Wi-Fi, I am a happy girl. So now I'm going to pay attention to who's playing at Coachella and what stages. Because next year, I want to try to set up recordings or my alarms and watch all of my favorite people at Coachella. Because damn it, why not? And educate my kids. Follow along for musical education. Alright, so let's just get into it. So there's been rumors for weeks about Kendall and Bad Bunny. Right? I've seen some stuff on TikTok and all of that, and I'm like, okay, okay. But I'm kind of here for it. I could kind of relate to it a little bit. So on TikTok, I saw that apparently Bad Bunny has signed up for some roles, some movie roles, and he needs to work on his English. Not saying that he's with Kendall because of that, but apparently Kendall's helping him with his English. A little fun fact, if I didn't say it already, I will in a video soon. I think I've talked about it in the wedding anniversary video. But anyway, my husband, his English wasn't very good when we started. It was really bad. He's from El Salvador, and in the last 6 years, it's gotten extremely clear. I'm quite proud. I am quite proud of my little project. So I can relate to that. And I'm not saying, I don't even think it's confirmed yet, because have we seen them kiss? Yes, we've seen them kiss. It's like I had a friend today going, oh my god, yeah, you're finally talking about it. You're finally going to talk about Bad Bunny and Kendall. I'm like, well, I was waiting for more dirt. She was like, yeah, I know. So, yeah, she went to go see him in Coachella, and you see her going out, she's surrounded by freaking security left and right, and I love when the gardener comes in the middle of me filming. That's real cute. Says no one ever. But here's a cute little video. I'm gonna post it right here. You'll see. Can we talk about how white she is? Can we talk about how white she is? Yeah, another moment that I can relate to. I can't dance salsa. I can't. Yeah, if you don't know, Bad Bunny does reggaeton, which is like the rap. It's like a Spanish rap mixed with techno. I don't even know if I'm explaining that right. It's a genre I don't normally listen to. Before I jumped on this, I had to make sure, and I did my research to make sure that Bad Bunny wasn't on that Taki Taki song with Selena Gomez and Ozana. I hope I said that right. You love me. So it's not him. Ozana is not Bad Bunny like I thought. Embarrassing. So anyway, the video is cute, and she's dancing very subtly, but I think she was trying not to draw attention to herself, even though it's kind of hard to draw attention to yourself when you have like 3 or 4 very big buff guys standing around you. But it was cute, and she's definitely showing her skin tone for sure in this. And another relationship that makes you want to say WTF, but yet you're really curious to see where this is going. And I have to say, I'm really excited that finally one of the Kardashian Jenner clan has finally brought in a Latino. About time. Now let's really mix up the flavors up in that family, okay? Alright, also at Coachella, and we're gonna pivot into Bravo.
Bravo.
So Ariana Madix. Stella got her groove back. So all I can say, yes, Stella got her groove back. Apparently she has a new man. His name is Daniel Way, or W-A-I. I don't know if I said that correctly, and if I said that incorrectly, I do apologize. Do not come at me. I love everybody. Okay, he's a fitness coach, and he is fit, and he has pretty blue eyes, and he has dark skin, and he does not look like Tom at all. He looks gorgeous. Holy smokes, Batman. And if they really are hooking up, there's pictures of them holding hands. There was even pictures of, like, it looks like maybe she was hugging and, like, kissing their feet. And you see it all right here. Okay, you see it all right here. So, can't wait to see where that goes. And amen, and you go, girl. That's all I can say is you go, girl. Who is winning in this? Ariana. Alright, so pivoting to Tom. So what's his update? He fucking did an interview with Howie Mandel. Yes, I'm sorry, but Howie Mandel will always be Bobby to me. Hello, Bobby's World. If you're a 90s kid, you know Bobby's World, that cartoon. Okay. Howie Mandel interviewed Tom Sandoval. This was the first time he speaks out about the whole breakup, his 2 cents, this and that, in a public interview manner. And it wasn't to Andy Cohen. It wasn't to Bravo. It was to someone else. What the fuck? First of all, that's the first WTF in all of this. Second WTF in this, Howie Mandel, just because you guys were friends, that made no freaking sense. And then third, he keeps admitting that he doesn't watch the show. He's not very prepared. His daughter was there as a co-host, was very informed, and actually kind of explained this. She explained the whole situation to her friend, to her mom, as the friend scenario. And once she kind of explained it, you could see it in the interview. I'm like, oh my god, that does make sense. Or I might find a clip and put it here. We'll see what's happening. When this is my theory. Howie's daughter wanted Tom, wanted an interview, wanted all the things, and said, "Oh my God, don't worry, Dad. I know what's going on. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll fill in the blanks. You just have to interview him and be Howie, right?" But it was fucking weird. It was a bad interview, and it just made Ariana look bad and made him sound like he's going through a midlife crisis, which I'm sure he is. He is in his 40s, so I give him that. But, like, making Ariana sound like she was that dissociated from the relationship is a mess. Honey, no. She was not dissociated. She probably became dissociated because you were never physically there. Why? Because you were on tour always with your fucking cover band that no one really cares about. Like, I don't know if you've seen the press. I don't know if you've seen the memes. I don't know if you've seen the TikToks. But it's not that cute. Like, I don't care what Rachel, aka Raquel, is telling you, but it's not that cute. And at the end of it, they made freaking Tom shave off his porn star mustache, which it looks better now, but it's overall, he's just creeping me out in general. The last two things I've seen of him this weekend, he just creeps me out. Was he at Coachella? I don't know. There was rumors that he was, rumors that he wasn't. Another question is, was Raquel going to show up to Coachella? And we got our answer, and no, she did not. Where was Raquel? Where is Raquel? Oh my God. Apparently, she checked herself into a mental institute. On the mental health side of things, I think that was the smartest thing she could do for herself in this situation. Because overall, this is a heavy situation. Yeah, she was the other woman. And without being in the public eye, that could be a lot on someone. Even though you knew you were the other, like, like you knew, like, whatever. Not standing up for Raquel because she could have stopped this a long time ago. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing to her best friend. End of story. Those are my thoughts. But on the mental health side, I'm sure she's not okay. And it's okay to not be okay, and I applaud her for reaching out and getting the help. And I hope she sees the light at the end of the tunnel and goes, you know what, Tommy? Yeah, no. Stay away from me. I will put a restraining order on you instead of Sheena. Type of thing. That's just me. I'm speaking that into existence. Let's see if my little witchy ways get us there. And when it happens, you'll be like, oh my God, Sarah Fina said that. She spoke that into existence. And then y'all can thank me later and kiss my feet. No, I'm kidding. I really am kidding. But here's the thing. What mental institute did she check herself into? Miraval.
So let me clarify a couple things. The story of them being at Miraval is alleged. It has not been confirmed by the tabloids yet. And again, allegedly, about this being a PR stunt, that her team wanted her to check into a mental health facility in order to garner public sympathy and to portray Rachel as an emotionally fragile woman.
She spoke that into existence. And then y'all can thank me later and kiss my feet. No, I'm kidding. I really am kidding. But here's the thing. What mental institute did she check herself into? Miraval. And if you know anything about Miraval, I believe that is also the same place that Lindsay Lohan has checked herself. It's in Arizona, and if you know, she lives in Arizona, so it makes sense that she went there. It's also a very celebrity-oriented resort. Like, it's a resort. It's not even like a mental institute. Like, I don't think it is. They do talk about mental health. There is therapy. There is stuff like that. But overall, it's very much like a resort. And you got to have money to be in there. Also, Courtney and Scott went there one time. Like, when, I think after Penelope, it was definitely after Scott lost his parents. And she was helping him with therapy and looking into different stuff. And they went to Maribel. It was like a very, like, and there was a Native American shaman, I believe. If you know the Kardashians, you know what episode, you know what moment I'm talking about. So there's that. So that's where she is. So I applaud her. I give her props, and I do pray that she sees the light at the end of the tunnel, and she has a lot of damage control to do on her reputation, because her reputation right now is a disaster. It is ashes. It's basically ashes. She has burned herself to the ground so low that she's basically ashes now. So now she has turned into a phoenix. Get herself out of this and, like, man up and take control. All right, and so we're going to end it with this. This hit home. Well, I don't like talking about this in general publicly, but it's been happening so much in the last few years, or maybe now that I'm a mom, that it is I'm not going to say shoved in my face, but I just see it more, or I'm more like, it hits me more. The school shooting situation, like, we're still going through this. We are still going through this. We went through a scary thing in Nashville a few weeks ago. And then now Tamra's daughter had texted Tamra and said, "Oh, we're on lockdown." I'll show the text message here. But, like, just like Tamra said, that is no text message a parent never wants to get. And when is this all going to be over? Like, when are people, like, gun laws and just mental health, like, why children? Why children? And I don't want to get too deep in this. I don't want to trigger anybody, but, like, when this happens in America, as parents, we panic for a while, even if it wasn't our school, even if it wasn't in our state, our city, whatever. Like I said, in Nashville, it happened in Nashville, but out here in California, I'm a nervous Nelly. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a nervous Nelly. And last year, when it was William's first year in school, and there was that shooting, I would show up to school, I think, 2 hours early. Like, what the hell? Didn't need to do that. Street cleaning. But honestly, America, we need to do better for our schools. We need to do better for our children, because our future, the children are our future. And at this moment, if they keep getting deleted, how are they going to, how are we going to have a future? And our children deserve better than, they deserve better protection than this at the schools. And us as parents, we should be able to trust school systems, whatever system they have, whatever protection system they have. We should be able to trust that. Be like, okay, all right, we're going to drop you off so that we could go and take care of making money so that we could keep a roof and food on the table. You know, when we drop our kids off, yeah, we still worry, but we shouldn't worry to the point where, are they going to come home that night? Are we going to be able to go pick them up? And for me, on top of all of this, is with my child being on the spectrum, he doesn't talk, but he does a lot of He does a lot of noises, and it's hard to keep him quiet when I want him quiet. Like, a good example this weekend, I had, by 5:30, 6 o'clock, I get overstimulated, I get overwhelmed, all that, mothers, you know the feeling, and I switched the TV to what I wanted to watch, and he did not like that. And mind you, he had TV all day, and I'm like, no, I need not Blimpie, I need something else, please. And I put on, like, Vanderpump Rules, go figure. And he went, And I kept saying, shh, like, please, like, mommy has a headache and all of that, and he wouldn't stop, because he was just stuck in that, like, OCD moment of having to do it. And moments like that, those scare me, because I think about moments of school shootings, which is now I have to think about that. Like, now, like, I'm about to post a video here of Mama Cuss, where she say, now we have to go and think about bulletproof backpacks, and you'll see it right here. literally, that is what we're thinking about now. Like, now it's like, oh my God, if there's a shooting, is my son going to be quiet? Is he going to be able to listen and understand the seriousness of the situation? Is he going to know, listen to the teacher, stay close to the teacher? Like, are the angels going to be able to speak to his soul? Like, what the fuck? So, I want to speak a prayer up for all the families who have lost children, in that they are your guardian angels now. They are watching over you. They are your new angels. Just like we were assigned to protect them. Now that the tables were turned so suddenly, they are now assigned to protect you. I know that's crazy. I know that's insane. I'm sorry. And I pray one day, while we're all still alive, that we will see some major protection systems being placed at our public schools. Because this has to stop. That we have to think about this, because this stuff lingers for weeks. And as soon as it's done, as soon as we can finally stop getting fucking school shootings out of our head, what happens? Another one happens. Or some person does some crazy ass statistic thing on TikTok, and it just makes you all pissed off and scared again. And I really am going to switch the thing, because or I'm not going to end it sad, but I didn't want to start with this either. like, where do you put this in everything? So I don't even know what time it is. Oh yeah. And there's a helicopter going overhead. This is adorable. I love when that shit happens. But okay, so we've been here for a good hour, and Mama has to pee like a racehorse. Thank you to the new bladder, thanks to all 3 pregnancies. But anyway, stay tuned, because on Thursdays we're doing a deep dive, a rabbit hole, and mom hacks. What that's going to be right now, I'm not quite sure. Also, you want to follow me on YouTube on Wednesday, because I will be going over William's birth story, because his is actually more exciting than AJ's. I'm not going to lie to you. And on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for all the support, the love, the comments, everything. Thank you for watching up to this point, and I hope that you enjoyed this new format, that it's not live. I hope you enjoyed all of, all the love, all the editing. This is like another, like, getting out of my comfort zone, and like, this is something I like to do, but I've always blamed it on the kids, saying I don't have time, and I've been in my head. Remember, I've been in my head. So I'm like, let me get out of my head. Let me just do it. Get up and work. Yes, I still got to be a mom. I know. Yes, I still got to get them juice. Still got to, clean butts, feed them, do that, clean the house. But when I'm not doing that, I can edit a video. And I can make it look the way I want it to look, instead of it looking half-assed, which made me feel like those lives were doing, because I don't have paid subscription to StreamYard, where I could go and just like, click on a graphic and it's like, poof, there it is, like Jenny Plays. On that note, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love and support. And if you've loved this hat the last few videos, go click the link in the description, because this is actually from my friend's store. I do have an affiliate link to it. I don't make money or cash. I can turn that money in for more clothes. But overall, that hat and cool shirts like this, unfortunately she doesn't have any more Hocus Pocus stuff anymore, but the hat, she has a few more left. Click the link, it will take you directly there, and don't worry, it is my affiliate link, so don't worry about the whole points. Just click and buy, and support my girl Nikki Garcia. And on that note, I've got to pee. I love you guys to the moon and back, and have a happy week.